So we have a regular visitor, a redstart, which has got quite friendly, and
Sorry, Sammy.
we have to let this door.
There he is.
Yeah. Hang on, mate. We'll let.
Do you know what? It was here this morning and it was here yesterday morning. Right now. Come on. Little.
Yeah, shut that door.
Yeah.
Shut
Come
this
on.
one.
There, gone.
Gone. Sorry, gone. So the little redstart, for some reason, comes in here. Not for some reason. I do believe he's been pecking at the cat biscuits.
Good morning. It's a bit overcast, but today, if I can just show you this, today it's meant to have a bit of sunshine, although that's not looking brilliant at the moment, but it does say it's cloudy on here. But we've got rain due, and the problem is with that means I can't get down here into this overgrown chaos until we get some dry weather. So what I need to do now is, like I said, get in here. We have lots of green tomatoes, we still have some yellow tomatoes, and God, who knows what else is in this jungle. So my little job today, one thing I want to do is definitely weed this bed. Again, quite pleased we have nettles growing up here, which I will take out and keep separately, because nettles make a very good tea for plants. I've got my cauliflowers here, and we've got broccoli, and so that's broccoli and normal green cabbages all into this bed here. Cockerel. So yeah, it's quite a lot to do, but hopefully we've had the worst bit of the, well, not the worst bit, the whole olive harvest is over, so I can now concentrate on getting some bits down here done. We've had rain, which means the soil is going to be nice and soft. Soil's going to be nice and soft, so I should be able to pull up this lot quite easily. That's the plan. But the first thing I'm going to do, cockerels, I think is start on this bed here with the tomatoes. So here goes. So I've brought down a couple of buckets, and I'm just going to pick as many tomatoes as I can find, and then go through and pull out the actual tomato plants. So there's various varieties in here. Yeah, some of them are still green, but like I said, we do have some riper ones in here as well, so I should just go through. Right, so I did that as a quick time lapse, so that was 20 minutes, and that's the only bit I've cleared, and I've nearly got a bucket full of tomatoes already. So as the saying goes, not going to teach Granny to suck eggs type thing. I'm just going to crack on and do this, so you can see how much is still left to be done on this bed. I've already got a wheelbarrow full of spent tomatoes. So yeah, I shall just crack on with it, and I'll show you the after.
So, had a little bit of an incident yesterday with the tractor collecting firewood. So I've decided to improve our infrastructure again. Always doing things to improve things here. So I'm going to take the digger and make a proper track into our mimosa forest so we can collect firewood a lot easier. I'll show you the process. First of all, a little bit of maintenance and fill it up with fuel. So there we go. The reason for bringing all the buckets down, just in case I need one, you never know. And the reason for changing the bucket to a toothed one is when I go through here, I might dig some roots out of this mimosa. And I see we've got gorse here as well, so I need to dig the roots out and make a track in through here. I'll show you where I want the track to go. So this is where I brought the tractor out yesterday. So I'll just level this off so it's not on a canter on the side, yeah. This is where I was gathering firewood yesterday from this mimosa, and where I felled a tree here. This is where I used to come in with the tractor, and it's got really boggy here now. So I'll make a track in through here. If I can make it up, come up here, although this is granite, I may have to go in through there. Deep, dense mimosa woodland. So I've got all this to clear. It's going to give us lots and lots of firewood, but I want to make a track up into here. Obviously to make getting it out a lot easier. I have felled a few trees, just chopped them down basically last winter, so that this, now they've been down a year, they'll be seasoned and lovely to burn. Also need to make a track down here. Well, I've been down here with the tractor, so that's not so bad. But from the new track in, I'll come down here. Because this here, this is what the railway do. They chop anything that goes up to the track. It's there. They do it themselves, don't charge me for doing it. So any mimosa from our land which could get near the track, they cut down. And that's the track there. You like it down here? So Quinn's come down to join me. He loves chasing the rabbits and things that are here. I've noticed as well there's a lot of wild boar. Evidence of wild boar, shall we say. So yeah, I think I'll continue through here. But because this is granite here, I'm going to have to go a bit lower and maybe through these trees. I didn't bring a saw with me, which, well done Quinn. I didn't bring a saw with me, but a lot of these small ones I've just ripped the roots out. Because if I can get them through here in a circle, then I can come back up this slope here, back to the higher part. Gives me really good access then. So it's worth spending the time putting a track in, getting it something like it. So there we go, there's the first part of the track. I had to move a big stone here. It was just on the corner of it, but it's all flattened out now, so because you don't want to be going too canted over with a load of logs on the tractor. So that's fine, that's all done. I just wanted to show you this. This is why this is a false acacia. Yeah, these trees, they're called mimosa here. Because I think they're called mimosa because they look like mimosa leaves, yeah? You see this? But obviously with a mimosa, when you touch them, is that the ones that fold up? I think so. But yeah, this stuff spreads through the ground, through roots. Look at the roots of this. Yeah, and they're everywhere, like everywhere. This is why these spread so well. It's going to be a good source of firewood for me. Because what we want to do, we've done a patch up there, I'll show you later, where we've cleared the mimosa, and you get little oak trees and stuff. All the native trees are coming back, because what these things do, I do believe, is the ground, they drop a chemical which makes all the a lot of plants around them can't grow in this whatever they do. But here's a cork oak, look, right in front of me. See this one? So what we're going to do is trim the little lower branches off that. Now it's small. and let that grow up. And there's big pines here which were planted, I should imagine, for firewood. They'll be coming down for firewood, and all this mimosa here that you can't even see through will all be going eventually, and all the native trees left to grow up, because we have another source of firewood here as well, and that's over here. There's all the ash trees which follow the stream that runs all the way down through, and they grow like crazy. I don't know if you can see through the trees. So now, from the track you saw me make coming in, I've got a nice big wide area here. I've cleared through here. So bear in mind the mini digger is slightly bigger than a tractor, so I've got plenty of room here to bring the tractor around this corner. Because of these rocks I can't dig out. Yeah, bring a chainsaw, chop these big leaners down now, I think. Still got stuff here. I cut this one off last year so they can be logged up. There's lots of stuff here now, and access out to the top side, to the pine forest up here. I'll show you. Yeah, so like I said, that turning area there from up here, and there we go. See all these little cork oaks coming through in the areas we've cleared, which is really good. So I need to have a fire here, burn some more of this down, and then I've promised my neighbour, who has a sort of, just to make it out here, sort of a weekend house here. I'm going to clear all that this year, everything, and plant olives in there, I think. So I'm just bringing the digger back up to the house, and I've spotted gilly here, which means gilly, which means Andrea can't be far away, can it, eh? It's not feeding time yet. Hello, darling. What you up to?
I'm trying to find this woodland bed.
Ooh, I think, you picked a few tomatoes then.
Yeah.
And you filmed it. Excellent.
Well, a little bit, because it's, let's say, it's not rocket science, is it? Weeding.
No.
Right, not quite finished, unfortunately, but it started to get all drizzly and stuff, and it'll just ruin my hair if I stay out in this weather. But certainly looking a lot better, and we have, there's a couple of little baby aubergines there as well, but we have lots of tomatoes and a Gilmore. What are you doing out in the rain, darling? Come on, we've got to go in. Yeah, about time too, Mum. But we have a Cape gooseberry here as well, Thistleus. Some nice flowers coming on this. I'll leave it in here for a minute, but I will actually move it, because this hasn't got that deeper soil in this wicking bed. It's let's say ideally for the tomatoes and stuff, because they have quite shallow spreading roots, whereas the physalis will like to go down quite deep. So I'll set up somewhere for that to grow. Self-seeded, probably in amongst the compost was a seed or two. I've been trying to take out as many of the loose or drop tomatoes as I can, because I don't really want them to self-seed in here. I want to actually sort of try to control what varieties I have. And again, we're going to definitely do the green zebras, which are these ones. This is a typical manky one. These are absolutely brilliant. They're very sweet, very productive. So yeah, we should definitely get some more of those in. Yeah, I hope to get a little bit more done, but we need to. I don't fancy getting all damp, so I won't. Like I say, I've got a fair bit more to find, and what I can also do then when I come down to do these bits, because we've got lots of nettles growing, which is really good, I'll take those out and plant them in a clump somewhere that I can then utilise them for, well, tea. I'll say tea, like a tea for plant food, which is really, really good. And also I quite actually like nettle soup. So, you know, they are a very versatile little plant. Sorry, just looking at my chilies. So these are all a few here. So our big Galega cabbage. A few zinnias that are going to seed now. But yeah, all this needs clearing out. This was where we had some squashes, have rogue bean plants. Hey ho. Yeah, I'm embarrassed. Sorry. I do apologise for the state of my garden, but yep. We hopefully won't have too much rain, and in the times that it isn't raining, I shall be down here clearing all this. And now we have, I don't know if you can see, our shade netting. Obviously it's not as a greenhouse, and this will allow moisture to come through. It's definitely a summer thing to prevent a lot of our plants from getting scorched, because the sun is quite brutal here. I'm just loading up my buckets of, oh, that one's heavy. Tomatoes in there. Get that. Anything on me little, where is it? Honestly, forget me head if it wasn't screwed on. Oh, I put it in there. I'm so right, I was looking for the fork, which is in there. Anyway, I'm off up to the house to have a cup of tea.
So, good morning, and today we're mostly planting trees in between. Oh, there it is. There's the mushroom there.
Oh, are you going to show that?
We've got a purple puffball coming up. I'll put a thing around it so Ange knows where it is. But yeah, so we have a dead apple tree over here, so we're going to dig it out, and in its place we're going to put a, what was it?
Alpha.
Get this pronunciation.
Alpha Robera.
So we're going to put a carob tree in its place. We don't know why this one died. Probably lack of water. Trees do that here. I'll show you.
The ideal time to be 2 plant trees.
Yeah. Now we got rain back. It's perfect for planting trees. But are we sure this is dead?
Yeah. Yeah. That's dead. You cut it, look. All the stick will be brown. So look.
All the stick is brown.
You can't cut it because it's quite tough, isn't it?
How about that?
Don't break them.
What the hell is that? Huh. So, my friend Luke will be glad to see this one going in. It's been hanging around for a while, and it does need to be in the ground. We always have quite a strong wind. So we always have quite a strong wind coming from this way. So what we've learnt to do is plant the trees slightly leaning into the wind, and by the time they get their roots in and start growing strong, they end up being straight. Because if you plant them straight, they end up all leaning over. So we've done that now. The last 10 or so trees we planted, just lean them slightly into the wind, and they all seem to come up straight, which is awesome. So it's that time of year, everything's a bit damp. We have here, these are fairy ring champignons. Yeah, lovely to eat. Some people can't digest them terribly well, but we're good with them. But we have hundreds and thousands of them. Yeah, and these here are like a truffle type mushroom, and these are called dead man's feet. I don't know the technical name for them, but you can see why they're called dead man's feet. And the inside is full of like the puffball, you know, the spores, ugly things, and we get loads and loads of them. Aha, talking of mushrooms, here we have, this is just a common field mushroom. These are identified by the, what do you say, mushroom coloured gills. But this is a field mushroom. I know I can identify this. And like with any mushroom, if you can't positively identify it, don't eat it. This one I'm having for breakfast because there are lots of them, but I wanted to show you here. So this is the start of a purple puffball coming up through. They are delicious, they dry really well, and I think, you see, this was maybe the remains of one that came up previously. I don't know, I'm not sure, but hopefully we'll have lots again this year because they are delicious. I put this around it so we know where it is. So I actually couldn't resist. All the best examples of these I'm going to pick. The stems are quite woody, so we'll pinch the stems off as we go, but some of these, because it's just rained, so they're nice and clean. And I'm going to pick a few of these for breakfast. I'll keep picking and show you in a minute. So here's something to look out for. I've just noticed this. Yeah, it could be a honey fungus. I have no idea what it is, but it is fairly similar. You know what I mean? You can see how people get confused. I have no idea what this is. I don't know what the gill structure is or anything, so I'm definitely not going to eat that. And there's several of those here, so we'll keep away from them. So as you can see, there's been a lot come up here. These are older ones, they're drying out a bit. You can see them drying on the surface. Yeah, not particularly interested in them. The new fresh ones that have come up, yeah, lovely. Pitch the stem off. I'm having these. I can afford to be really fussy because we have so many, but I'm not going to pick ones that are dirty or got maggots in or whatever. Literally, because you don't want to be washing mushrooms when you cook them, because they absorb all the water. So just check in every now and again that they are definitely what we say they are, just by looking at the gills. And I'll carry on. So there we go, enough there to fry up in just plainly in butter, a little bit of pepper. Make sure they are cooked because these contain hydrogen cyanide. Scary. Which when you cook them, the hydrogen cyanide goes away. So it's probably best to have them cooked, although it's very, very little, which is why they have a slight like almond smell to them. And again, almonds contain hydrogen cyanide as well, I think. So anyway, very small amounts, nothing to worry about. The thing you have to worry about is correct identification And I will reiterate, if you don't know, if you can't identify it exactly, then don't eat it. Really don't eat it. So for reference here, I have this book it's from the River Cottage series of books on mushrooms by John Wright. John very kindly signed this one for me when we done our mushroom course to help you learn how to identify things like this. But yeah, just be careful out there.
So I'm going to leave Nick to plant said carob, and I'm going to go down and finish the raised bed that I started yesterday before I got rained off. So yes, he can carry on doing that. So as you may remember, yesterday I ran away from the rain. Didn't fancy getting completely claggy down here. Not too much more to do on this bed. There's, like I said, I have a Cape gooseberry here with flowers on. So that's or Chinese gooseberry physalis. So the ones that have the like little lanterns, like a brown lanterny thing with a bright orange fruit in, really nice dipped in chocolate. A few more bits of tomatoes here to get rid of. I'm not going to worry too much about these few bits here. Now I have this, it looks like it could be a tree of some sort. So I'm going to take it out because if it is a tree I will plant it somewhere. But first I will do a little bit of a Google Lens thing on it. I've also brought down my pile of rubbish there, a little tray, because when I come to this side, all the nettles I want to take out and I'm going to put in here, and I'll do a separate nettle bed with those in to like I said yesterday, makes really good plant tea. So yeah, all the brassicas seem to be doing pretty well in here. I know I've got them crammed right in, but that means I can pick out in between as and when they're ready. So yeah, a bit like yesterday, you don't need to be told how to weed, so I should just crack on with it.
So what we're doing, removing this physalis carefully, because
don't go down too deep.
I only go down to the plastic layer.
Right, let's see what we've got here. Hang on, drop it.
I can't, I've got the whole thing. Lift it a bit. Oh yeah, I can see why. Okay. The roots spread well. Oh, that's a tomato, that's why.
Yeah, there's a tomato there as well. Don't get tangled.
So this is the stem of a tomato plant, and this is our wicking bed. Andrew's probably said about this, but everything is done so well in here this year.
Ridiculously well.
And even little seeds of other things that are in the compost. This physalis, Cape gooseberry. Everything's done really well. So we're going to try and turn all the other beds into wicking beds over the course of the next couple of years. This stuff has gone to pieces. This is the liner here. So really pleased.
Yeah, so I can clear that bit there. I've left a couple of black peppers. I might take them out and pot them up, put them on in the greenhouse, just in pots for now.
I'm wondering whether the shade netting will stop frost if we have.
Oh yeah, I mean,
because we have very, very, very little frost, like 2 or 3 days a year. At worst, it's been a week.
Yeah.
Of just.
But not a full week.
Just frosty grass in the mornings, yeah. But I'm wondering whether the shade netting will actually stop that. Don't know.
Yeah. Okay, so that's that bed nice and clear now. Like I said, I've left. There's a couple of black peppers here, so that's the bell pepper type, and I also have some self-seeded. These are perpetual leeks. There's also a few there, you may be able to just tell. They grow like mad, so they're brilliant. I may leave these here just to see how they get on, or because as Nick said, with the shade cloth it should keep it a little bit protected. If not, I can always take them out and they can go into the greenhouse. don't look at that bed. This is the Physalis Cape Gooseberry, potted up. I've put it under this little tangerine tree just to give it a little bit extra protection. So hopefully that'll establish in there, and then I can get a good place for that one to grow. Now on to my brassicas. So this bed has broccoli, cabbage and collies. Like I said earlier, lots of nettles, various other weeds. So I'll get this lot cleared out. The nettles will be going into this little tub here. I also found I've got a couple of little lemon balms here as well that naturally popped up, so I'll rescue those as well. So yeah, let's crack on with this. Like I said, made a start on the bed, and I've got quite a few nettles already, which is really good. Got a couple of rogue tomatoes as well. I'm not sure whether I'll keep those or not. There's a fennel there, and like I said, my bit of lemon balm. So I've got another hour to go before it starts to get time to feed the animals. So I shall do, like I say, about another hour's worth, see how far we get. So there we go, done a little bit more. I don't know if you can hear in the background some squeaky pigs, which means I need to get their tea sorted out. So I've got, like I showed earlier, I've got a nice lot of nettles. I shall get those planted up. I'll take those up with me now. Don't want to leave those out because I'm not sure if it's going to rain lots tonight. But yeah, it's nice to actually get in the garden. It's been long called for, so I'm quite looking forward to getting this all prepared and seeing what we can produce for the next growing season.
Yeah, it's a big old lump fell off, isn't it?
Yeah. We've got some stuff we need to paint that with, haven't we?
Yeah.
So,
you can see where it was cut before. It's all rotten inside.
is that what the lines are in it? Like the
Yeah,
pattern?
it's rot. So this is the piece that you can see the rot that's in it. All these little lines of fungus in here. So this was a previous cut which you can see is rotten in the middle. But that was cut flat like that. So the rain's gathered on here when we do have rain. And that's made this rotten, but it's also rotted this right out through here as well. So what I'd like to do is always, when I do cut it off, cut it at an angle so the rain flows off it, keeps it drier. What we've got, the damages to the tree now, we'll paint it with something. I have some treatment to put on it, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, just here I've cut a load of olive prunings with a sharp edge on the bottom of them. So I'm going to use these, I'll pick them up in a minute. I'm going to use these as markers so we can see where we're going to plant the Paulomias. So as you can see, we've got a fairly big area here of no trees, and if we do put trees in here which grow really tall and create a load of shade, they're not going to shade out. Our nearest olive tree is there, yeah, so they're not going to shade anything out, which is something you've got to consider. Oh, we have a cherry tree here, so maybe we could step either side of that. But yeah, you don't want to be shading stuff out with these Paulomias. But what I'm going to do is use these, stick them in the ground. I'm going to place them probably 5 meters apart. I think they said minimum of 4.5. I'll give them 5 to 6 meters apart, and we'll see how that works in this area, how many we can get in. Bear in mind we have 30 to plant. So there we go, so a quick count up. So we'll start on that end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10. So we've got 5 in a row. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14. Ah, yeah, not one because of the cork oak that's there. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 trees in this area. Wish olives was easy to plant like that. That'd be great. You could just fill this with olives, but hey ho. That's 19 in here. Nice, plenty of gaps between them, so you got room for the tractors, diggers, etc. to get access everywhere. Well, the ducks are certainly taking an interest in the bits of olive I've put in here, which makes me now a bit more wary. I think we might have to plant a cage around these Paulomias until they get up out of duck reach, because apparently the leaves do make good fodder for the Paulomias, so the ducks will love it, won't you guys? So yeah, I'll have to make little cages to put around the trees to stop this from happening. You can wag your tail all you like. Yeah. And Tom and Barbara, just a quick update on Tom and Barbara. This is, look at me, this is Barbara, and this is Tom. We're not definite, but this, see, Tom's got a bigger wattle under his throat, yeah, and Barbara, so they're the same age, see, it hasn't. So this is why we are assuming this one's a male, this one's a female. But they're just for pets until they get older, and then might lay a clutch. You never know, we might get lucky. But I just like the sound of turkeys. So as you can see, it's gone very dark and it's raining again, which means no progress on the Paulomia. I could plant them in the rain, but to be honest, I don't particularly want to get wet. So we'll have to, yeah, wait till it stops raining or put a raincoat on. We'll see. Oh dear, Andrew's just gone to walk to yoga, and it's absolutely hammering down. Well, it doesn't seem to be letting up. You can see the pond is very, very full, and it's in fact, I can show you mine. I'm getting wet here, but so the overflow system's working very well. It's all going down these pipes, as you can see, and they flow down and under the ground and out by the greenhouse down there. So yeah, very full indeed. At least everything's getting watered well. Not the best weather for planting trees or doing anything really. So I'm going to see what Angie's doing. She's probably going to feed the animals in all this. Here she is.
Yes, just getting the animal food ready. It's going to be another night like it, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit like that, isn't it?
But, plenty of vitamin C for the piggies.
So on that note, on that rainy note,
Yes.
we'll say our farewells. So if you liked the video, please give us a big like, and if you liked it and you're not subscribed, don't forget, it's free. You can subscribe down here, and don't forget to ring that little notification bell if you want to be notified about upcoming videos. And thanks for all your support, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.
Really appreciate it. Thank you. Bye.